gang, welcome back to Crazy Life Homestead. I'm Mo, and again I'm here in my kitchen with my Christmas on. What I'm cooking today is, what I'm following up with, is turkey over here in the sink. It is Thanksgiving. Everyone in the United States, happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Have a safe and lovely holiday. I'm going to show you how I'm going to prep my bird. I like my bird moist and I like it cooked all the way through. So it is almost 12 o'clock. It'll take about 4 hours at a slow cook. Okay, first things first. I have let this guy thaw out since Saturday morning of last week, and Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's good 5 days. I had him in the refrigerator up until last night, yesterday afternoonish, and then I took him out and put him in this sink to let him fully thaw out. He is cold. He's doing just fine. Now I'm just going to take him out of the wrapper. I say him because it's always Tom. And start prepping him for the roaster oven. On the back of the bird here, I have instructions on how to prep and cook this bird. Right now you can see that he's in pretty good liquid here. I would say he is about 12 pounds, so I'm going to go 12 to 16. I'm going to add another hour and a half on here for what they say, because I'm going to stuff him. It's going to be very light stuffing in the carcass, in the chest area. So I'll show you how to do that. The reason why I'm telling you this is because when I cut this bag open, I'm going to cut this whole area and save it so that I have something to refer back to. I've been doing it for years, so it's always just a little guide that I use. And he seems pretty thawed out. This is good. These are the giblets that are in the chest. You can keep those. And then this is a little hookup where you can put the feet in when you're cooking, after you stuff him. So right now I want to flip him over. Make sure that there's nothing in the neck area. Sometimes they'll put some of these giblets in the neck area, which I have done. I am going to cut some of this neck skin off. I don't need it all. I'll show you how to get all of this connected. Okay, now let's turn some warm water on. It's getting a little wet. Turn a little water off. Grab some of that neck skin and you're going to plug that neck hole. And I'm going to let this carcass fill up. Now, let's do that one more time. And this time I'm going to add salt into this. Sorry, my salt, because there's something about the salt that helps get the rest of the blood out of the carcass. So let's get that done. I'm going to probably put about 4 tablespoons of salt in there with some warm water. Slosh it around a little bit. Again, this gets rid of some of the nasties that can accumulate in there while being stored. So just give it a little swash and let the salt do its trick. And then again, let it drain. And of course it adds a little seasoning into the bird. A place for everything and everything in its place. Grandma always said. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to stuff it. So to stuff him, I'm going to use my hands, which I've cleaned. And I'm taking a little bit in my hand. And I'm going to put it right in his chest. I'm not smashing it down, just putting it in there. It's probably going to be about half of that stuffing serving that I showed you in the previous video. Again, I'm not forcing anything in the bird. It's going in naturally. So this stuffing that I have here is half. I divide it in half. I like baked stuffing. Greg likes it from the bird. So we make it from the bird. This smells so good. I can't tell you how good this smells. Okay, so that's about it for that side. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is forget the neck area this year. Just put all you in here. There wasn't that much left, which is good. Okay. And then I'm going to grab his legs, clasp him into each of these casings. Wash my hand real quick. There we go. And Mr. Bird is stuffed. Yay. Standard ingredients, here we go again. Salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder. For the last couple of years I've been using this canola oil and I'm spraying the bird so that my seasonings will stay on top. Normally I would put butter and take a pat of butter and pat him all down. This just makes my life a little simpler. Goes a little quicker. Okay, here we go. And I usually leave him in the sink so I can wash the sink out real quick with all my ingredients. And I'm just going to season so it looks good. I'm not making a big production about it. Again, cooking is all smell. It smells good, then you're doing it right. Bring that over here and show you Mr. Bird. Okay, he's all nicely coated. Success. Now, lucky for me, I years ago went out and bought this. This was a store going out of business kind of thing, and I had bought this wonderful container. It has a rack that sits about 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch off the bottom of this. So in here I have about 6 cups of water. So when this is cooking, all the drippings are going to go into that water. And I'm going to use that to make gravy. So what I have right now is a turkey. We will have gravy. We have stuffing. We will have corn on the side, and then we will have the hash brown casserole. I think that's enough for 3 people. You know, we got a lot of food. On top of that, with the Hawaiian rolls and all the other stuff, we will have later on tonight. We'll probably have a dessert. So. as for right now, I still have a couple more things to do with him. Let me get started. Okay. I don't follow the guidelines for, total homesteading, so I'll use tinfoil. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm going to cover the breast of the bird, because that's supposed to cook last. That's what makes this so moist. So, plug out the feathers. What I'm doing is pretty much covering the breast, which is the white meat. This is the dark meat. This and what's underneath the bird is the dark meat. So I'm just kind of making like a body shield. And then I need 2 more pieces for the wings. So we're going to do that. Put this away. Pray for everything and everything in its place. Mo's Aroma Kitchen. And I'm going to get underneath the bird, and I'm going to start wrapping the wing. But there we go. Now he's going to go into an oven of 325 for about 4 hours. At about 3 hours, I'm going to take all of this off. All the drippings will have seeped into this water, and then I'm going to take my baster and I'm going to start basting it. Because when I take all of this off, this is still going to be white. It's not going to be that nice brown color we want. But we'll get there. Okay, in the meantime, sorry about the light. Light's really strange. In the meantime, I have the casserole, which is done, and it looks really good. And I have just baked some of the stuffing that I have in here. The other stuffing I have yet to pull out of the bird. I wanted to do something really quick. Something different came with the bird this year, and that was these gravy packs. There were 2 of them that had come. Again, I don't normally use these. These are gluten-free concentrated, yields about 2 cups of gravy, gives you some instructions on it and how to work it and all that stuff. This is a first. I've never seen this before, so I don't even know where this came from. It was in the packet with the bird, so I guess we'll see. But again, I make my own from the drippings of the bird, which I'll show you how to do in a little bit. Okay, we are at 3 o'clock, and I thought I would start taking off this aluminum foil. You can see how brown the legs are, or the drums. Let's get busy. Okay, so now you can see the difference in the color from the drum to the chest. So this is really getting juicy, and it'll get colorful just like this by the time it's cooked. Stick with me. I have a baster. just going to baste. Okay, good for now. Put Mr. Bird back in. Let him continue to color. I also wanted to give you an update on the side dishes. They are right here. This is a griddle, and I have it set to a really low temperature, and they're just sitting there. I did put the cheese on top of the casserole, and this is the dressing. This is the baked stuffing that is now dressing. The other is still in the bird, which will get pulled out as another side dish. We also have corn, which I have in a pot waiting to get cooked up.